we'll go ahead and start with an opening statement from Coach, please.
This one obviously hurts. When you have a team that is committed to playing as hard as they can, doing the best they can for each other, you always want to end on a better note than this. And it probably hurts more than anything is how disappointed they are that there wasn't a better showing. But I am really, really proud of this team because there was a point in the season when we were 5-4 and we could have quit and given up and lost some games we probably thought we shouldn't have. And they made a decision to be a better team, and that was why we were able to play in this game today.
All right, we'll open up for questions for the student athletes. Right behind you.
Ladies, obviously you're not from around here, but you know there were some local schools here on field trip, and a couple of them were cheering pretty loud for you guys. How did it make you guys feel to kind of have that home feel?
It was great. I mean, having that almost like a home environment, when you have the crowd cheering you on, and we feed off of that energy, and we love the support regardless of who it comes from. So, we really enjoyed that aspect.
And as seniors, even though you'll probably get a postseason tournament bid, what has being a Wright State Raider meant for each of you?
It's meant a lot of things to me. I know I made a family here, a few years ago when I joined the team. I think what it's meant for me is being a fighter. I know throughout the years we may have some things going against us, excuse me, but we always knew how to come out on top and fight through a lot of things going against us.
Sorry. Being a Wright State Raider definitely gave me a home. I'm a transfer, so I didn't really feel like at my past school that I fit in. I wasn't happy. I was so far from home, so I couldn't go home. Sorry. I couldn't go home when I wanted. I was miserable, and I came to Wright State, and everyone took me in right away. I felt like family with everyone, from administration to the staff to even professors emailing me just seeing how I'm doing. It's definitely gonna be sad when it comes to an end, because we have our ups and downs, but they've always been there for me. So being a Raider, it's just a big family, and it's a home away from home.
Chelsea, what makes Green Bay's defense so good? Where did you guys struggle today?
Shots just really weren't falling. I think we got a lot of decent looks, actually. We just, there are just days they don't fall. A lot of times in our continuity offense, they do a lot of switching, and because their size, across the board, they have pretty tall people. So, that's really it. We just had to get them to, move a little bit more and get them a little bit more uncomfortable than just, switching everything and barely moving. So.
And Lexi, I know every team wants to start fast. It's always important. But did you guys think it was especially important to try to get off to a good start today?
Yeah, most definitely, because I know Green Bay, they was going to try to match our energy and our intensity. So I know it's all about who's going to hit first and, who's going to have the best start.
And I don't know if I'm sure it probably means more to coach, but that run you guys made there, everybody left you for dead at halftime, and then you guys make that run in the third quarter, get it to 11, had the ball with a chance to get it single digits, and it seemed like things might be turning around. Even though it didn't work out the way you wanted, do you take anything away from that? Is there that little bit of pride that you didn't roll over?
I do take a lot of pride in that, and, I'm proud of my team, for that moment. I felt like, we just didn't think it was going to be over. Regardless of what the score was, we was just going to keep fighting, and we were just going to find a way. We couldn't just say like, oh, their defense is this and that, and like we're not making shots. Like we just were able to find a way. If shots weren't falling, we were gonna drive it to the basket. And vice versa.
You guys have former player Kim Demings on staff, former Horizon League Player of the Year. What did you pick up from her?
Me personally, Kim is just like always there in a sense where she was in our shoes, a couple years ago. So when shots aren't falling or something doesn't seem open or we get frustrated, she's definitely been like a great mentor to us and like a friend to us. And it kind of helps that we did play with her. So she can relate a lot to the things that we struggle with or the things that we don't see, but she kind of sees it, or things that she learned, going through her college career. She kind of rubs that off on us. So it's really good to just have her like in the program.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll go ahead with questions for Coach now.
Through the first 2 games of the tournament, Mackenzie Taylor was probably one of the top offensive players. Never really got in any kind of flow today. Was that maybe them keying on her, making things difficult? What did you see?
You have to give a lot of credit to Green Bay. I don't know how much you need to. They're the best defensive team in the country. And again, it's not an opinion. It's a fact. We looked like a team that played a top 25 team on day 3 after we played IUPUI and Cleveland State. So again, there's clearly some things that we wish we would have shown a little better. But for the most part, what I always ask from them is that they play really, really hard. And I think that they did. And Green Bay is, again, obviously a very, very good team. So you can't lack execution. Most importantly, you can't not rebound the basketball. And those are probably the 2 things that when we get back, when we start practicing for postseason, we'll key on those 2 things the most.
Trina, does the Green Bay team have some kind of a mystique with your kids or not, or just they're a powerful team, they've won a lot, or how do your kids look at them? Or
No. First of all, because of the way I view them, they don't view them as any kind of team. They view them as a program. And I've said it before, it's what I think anybody on any level would strive to do, and that is to have a championship culture and a championship program. And we are doing our best to take steps to be that, to be consistently good. And I think that that is what Green Bay has, is consistency. And not to continue to toot their horn. But he redshirts kids every year and plays about 8 or 9, and yet they still arguably can be a top 25 team in the country. It's arguable if they have a WNBA prospect or not. I think LeClaire is, but that's my opinion. They just do a great job in general. So I don't think that there's a mystique. I think that they respect us as well, and I think they come ready to play every time we play. So we don't have the benefit of catching them off guard ever, because they are never off guard against us.
and did you ever bring up the 2014 year you knocked them off? Was that even mentioned this week or not? Or
Oh, no, there's nobody on that team here. Yeah. So no, we don't talk about last year. It's not the same team, even though we have the same starters. It's not the same. And again, Lexi Smith is probably the closest person to that. So, I don't think that does anything maybe except make them think something different than what is. And that is that you have to be able to play in the moment 40 minutes when you play against them, and that's all that matters.
Do you expect an NIT bid? Do you think you deserve one?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Our RPI is in the top 100.
In addition to a reward for these seniors, especially to get one more game, what would that mean to the program as a whole, just for the underclassmen leading into next year to have some more time to play at that level?
Well, I think it'll be great for them. And as we saw, Nia Sumter in the second half for us, play with a lot of toughness, a lot of energy. Tyler Frierson has gotten better over the course of the last 4 or 5 games. I've been able to play her. So continuing to play is always going to be beneficial. Plus, Lexi and Chelsea do deserve the opportunity to continue their season.
Katrina, just to take you a little bit away from the game and just the week in general here at Little Caesars in Detroit for the second year, Horizon League obviously has some decisions to make moving forward, but from your experience, I mean, if you had a say with the commissioner, what would you tell him about the experience that you guys have had here in Detroit, and especially this year in Little Caesars, and what you'd like to see moving forward?
Well, since this is year 8 for me in the league, and us playing at home the first 2 rounds never felt like a conference tournament. You would have senior night, and then you come back and play a few more games. So we were super excited to go to a tournament format where all the teams came. And obviously, even in Joe Louis last year, it was a great experience, and this arena is phenomenal. Whoever's idea it was to bring in the kids today was an amazing idea, so that we did have more of an atmosphere with more people here for the girls in the championship game. Moving forward, I think that I would just like to see all of us continue to do a really good job lobbying for our programs and bringing more fans in. I know it gets tough because we play during the week. It's tough because of the times that we play. But that's what I would like to see is continued support of what everyone is doing for us and us bringing more people into the games to show how much we do appreciate being able to play here and in this arena.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.